God is calling out to you not to frighten you, but to reach you in a moment that truly matters. This is not about panic or fear. This is about awareness, about waking up to something that has been quietly building in your life. You are not here by accident, and this moment is not random. There is something important unfolding, and your heart needs to be steady enough to receive it. I see the weight you have been carrying, even the parts you never speak about. I know the silent battles, the nights where your thoughts would not rest, and the quiet questions you keep inside. You have been walking through life trying to understand what is shifting around you, sensing that something is changing, but not knowing exactly what it is. That feeling is real, and it is not meant to confuse you. It is meant to prepare you. There are moments in life when everything begins to move at once. Situations change, people reveal their true selves, and paths that once felt certain start to look different. When this happens, it can feel overwhelming, like the ground beneath you is no longer steady. But what you must understand is that not every shift is meant to harm you. Some shifts are meant to position you. You are being brought into awareness because something significant is entering your life. It may not look the way you expect. It may not arrive with comfort at first. But it is not here to destroy you. It is here to shape you, to refine you, and to reveal something inside you that has been waiting to rise. You are not being left alone in this. You are being guided through it. There are things you have ignored, not out of weakness, but out of exhaustion. You have been tired of trying to figure everything out. You have been tired of carrying responsibilities that feel too heavy at times. And because of that, you have pushed certain thoughts away, telling yourself you will deal with them later. But now is a moment where clarity is trying to reach you. You do not need to be afraid of what is coming. Fear will only cloud your vision. What you need is calm awareness and trust that you are not facing this alone. Even when you feel uncertain, there is a presence guiding you, steadying you, reminding you that you are capable of more than you think. This is a turning point, but not in the way fear tries to describe it. It is a moment where you are being asked to stand still for a second and truly see your life. To notice what is working, what is not, and what needs to change. Not everything that enters your life is meant to stay. Some things arrive to teach you, to wake you up, and then to leave once their purpose is complete. You have been stronger than you realize. Every challenge you have faced has been shaping you quietly. Even the moments where you felt like giving up, you did not. Even when you felt alone, you kept moving. That strength did not come from nowhere. It has been growing inside you, preparing you for moments exactly like this. What is coming into your life now will require that strength. It will ask you to trust yourself more. It will ask you to listen more closely to what your heart is telling you. And most importantly, it will ask you to let go of things that no longer belong in your life. This is not punishment. This is alignment. There is a reason you are reading this right now. Not because something terrible is about to happen, but because you are being invited to step into a deeper level of awareness. You are being reminded that your life has direction even when it feels uncertain. There are seasons in your life when everything feels still, almost like nothing is happening. Then, there are moments like this where movement begins quietly before it becomes visible. You are standing at the edge of one of those moments. This is not about fear or danger in the way your mind may try to imagine it. This is about awareness. So you do not walk blindly into something that requires your attention and your strength. You have been asking for clarity in your own way. You have been hoping for direction even if you did not put it into words. And now that clarity is beginning to approach you, not always in a comfortable form, but in a necessary one. Growth does not always arrive gently. Sometimes it comes as disruption. Sometimes as truth that is hard to accept, and sometimes as a realization that changes how you see everything. There are people and situations in your life that have already begun to reveal their true nature. You may have noticed small signs, moments that felt off, words that did not sit right with your spirit. You did not ignore them because you are unaware. You paused because you wanted peace, because you did not want to create conflict or face something difficult. But now those signs are becoming clearer and you are being asked to pay attention. This is the moment where you stop pushing your instincts aside. Your inner voice has been trying to guide you quietly but consistently. It is not loud or forceful, but it is honest. It speaks in small nudges, in feelings you cannot explain, in moments where something inside you says, "This matters." That voice is not against you. It is trying to protect you and lead you toward what is right for you. You are not being placed in this moment without support. Even when you feel alone, you are not navigating this by yourself. There is guidance available to you if you choose to listen. There is strength already within you that you have not fully used yet. And there is a path forward that will become clearer as you stay present and aware instead of reacting in fear. What's really behind the 7-second brain technique that's making headlines and new millionaires? A stunning CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that's helping normal people wipe out debt and attract serious wealth. With proof from 4 neuroscience labs, this Athome method is turning financial stress into dream living. Homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening. But the government could take this down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There may be a situation approaching that will require a decision from you. It may not be something dramatic on the outside, but it will feel important on the inside. It will ask you to choose honesty over comfort, truth over avoidance, and courage over hesitation. These choices are not always easy, but they shape the direction of your life more than anything else. You are capable of handling what is coming. That is something you need to hold on to firmly. You have faced uncertainty before. You have walked through moments where you did not know how things would turn out. And yet you made it through. This time is not different in that sense. What is different is your awareness. You are more prepared now than you were before, even if it does not feel that way. Do not rush your thoughts. Do not let your mind create stories that are not real. Stay grounded in what is actually in front of you. When something presents itself, take a moment to observe it clearly before reacting. This will give you the ability to respond with wisdom instead of emotion. There is also something important you need to release. You have been holding on to certain things longer than necessary, whether it is a belief, a situation, or a connection that no longer aligns with who you are becoming. Letting go is not loss in this case. It is making space for something better to enter your life. You are moving toward a different phase even if you cannot fully see it yet. This phase will require you to trust yourself more deeply. It will ask you to stand firm in your values and not be swayed by outside pressure, and it will reward you with a sense of clarity and peace that you have been searching for. There is no need to panic. There is no need to feel overwhelmed. What is happening is part of your path, not something meant to harm you. When you stay calm and aware, you begin to see things for what they truly are. And once you see clearly, you are able to move forward with confidence instead of fear. You are not behind in life. You are not missing anything that is meant for you. Everything that is truly yours is still within reach. And what is unfolding now is helping to bring you closer to it. Even the uncomfortable parts have a purpose. Even the moments that feel uncertain are shaping you in ways that will make sense later. You have carried questions inside you for a long time. Questions about why certain things happened the way they did. You have wondered why some doors closed when you thought they would stay open. You have tried to understand why certain people drifted away even when you gave them your sincerity. Those moments were not random losses. They were shifts that were creating space for what truly belongs in your life. Type yes to affirm. There is something important you need to recognize right now. Not everything that leaves your life is a sign of failure. Sometimes it is protection, sometimes it is redirection, and sometimes it is a quiet way of aligning you with what is meant for you. When you hold on to what is no longer meant to stay, you create resistance within yourself. But when you release it, even if it feels difficult, you begin to feel lighter and clearer. You are not being asked to understand everything at once. You are being asked to trust the process that is unfolding step by step. This moment is not about having all the answers. It is about being present enough to notice what is changing and strong enough to respond with honesty instead of fear. When you allow yourself to do that, you begin to move with life instead of feeling like life is moving against you. There is also a truth you have been avoiding, not because you are weak, but because it feels uncomfortable to face. You have sensed that something in your life is not aligned with who you are becoming. It could be a situation, a relationship, or even a belief you have held on to for years. You have tried to ignore that feeling hoping it would go away, but it has remained because it is asking to be acknowledged. Type 888 to receive clarity. When you finally face that truth, you will not feel lost. You will feel free. There is a difference between holding on to something for comfort and holding on to something because it is truly right for you. Comfort can sometimes keep you stuck while truth moves you forward. And right now you are being guided toward truth even if it feels unfamiliar at first. You may also notice that your thoughts are becoming more intense during this time. You may find yourself reflecting on things more deeply than usual, questioning patterns and reevaluating decisions. This is not a sign of instability. It is a sign of growth. Your mind is trying to reorganize itself so that you can see your life more clearly. There is a reason why this phase feels different from others you have experienced before. You are not the same person you were in the past. You have learned, you have changed, and you have become more aware of what matters to you. Because of that, you can no longer accept things that once felt normal. You are being pulled towards something more authentic, something that reflects who you truly are. This does not mean everything will suddenly become easy. Growth often requires you to make decisions that challenge your comfort. It may ask you to walk away from what feels familiar. It may ask you to stand alone for a moment while you find your footing. But these moments are not meant to break you. They are meant to strengthen you. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People, once broke, are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. There is also something positive entering your life alongside these changes. It may not be obvious yet, but it is there. As you release what no longer belongs, you create space for new opportunities, new connections, and new experiences. These will not come into your life by force. They will come naturally in alignment with the direction you are moving toward. You are being prepared to receive something that requires a different version of you. That is why this process feels intense. You are not being pushed away from your life. You are being pulled into a new level of it. And that transition requires awareness, patience, and trust. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. What is happening in your life is specific to you. Your timing, your experiences, and your path are uniquely yours. When you compare yourself to others, you lose sight of what is actually unfolding for you. Stay focused on your own growth, your own clarity, and your own direction. There will be moments where you feel uncertain again. That is part of the process. But uncertainty does not mean you are going in the wrong direction. It simply means you are moving into something new. When you face those moments, remind yourself of the strength you have already shown. Remind yourself that you have handled challenges before and you will handle this one too. You are not alone in this transition. Even when it feels quiet around you, even when it seems like no one understands what you are going through, there is guidance present. It may not always come in obvious ways, but it is there. It shows up in your instincts, in your thoughts, and in the quiet sense that you are being led somewhere meaningful. Keep moving forward even if your steps feel small. Progress does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it is simply choosing to stay aware, choosing to face truth, and choosing to trust yourself a little more each day. These small choices create bigger shifts over time. What is coming into your life is not here to harm you. It is here to transform you. And when you begin to see it that way, everything starts to feel different. Fear begins to lose its hold and clarity begins to take its place. You've been carrying a version of yourself that was shaped by past experiences, by what others expected from you, and by what you believed you had to become in order to survive. That version of you served a purpose and it helped you get through moments that required strength and endurance. But now you are being guided to grow beyond that version. You are being invited to step into a more honest, more aligned version of who you truly are. Type 1. Trust you, God. This transition can feel uncomfortable because it asks you to release parts of yourself that once felt necessary. It may ask you to let go of habits, thought patterns, or even identities that no longer reflect your truth. First, this can feel like losing a part of yourself, but in reality, it is not loss. It is refinement. It is the process of becoming more fully yourself. There is something within you that has been waiting for this moment. It is a quiet strength, a deeper awareness, a sense of clarity that has been slowly forming over time. You may have felt it in small ways, in moments where you suddenly understood something more clearly than before, or in times when you felt a strong sense of knowing without needing explanation. That is your inner guidance, and it is becoming stronger. Now you are being asked to trust that inner guidance more than you trust external noise. The world around you is filled with opinions, expectations, and distractions that can pull you away from your truth. But your inner voice remains steady. It does not shout or demand attention. It simply waits for you to listen. And when you do, it leads you in the direction that is right for you. Type 555 to embrace change. There may be a moment soon where you will be faced with a choice that reflects this inner shift. It may seem like a simple decision on the surface, but it will carry deeper meaning for you. It will represent whether you are willing to honor your truth or return to what feels familiar. This choice will not define your entire life, but it will influence the direction you begin to move in. You do not need to be perfect in how you handle this. You do not need to have everything figured out. What matters is that you approach it with honesty and awareness. When you make choices from a place of truth, even if they feel difficult, they lead you toward growth and alignment. When you make choices from fear or avoidance, they keep you stuck in patterns that no longer serve you. You have already started to outgrow certain environments and connections in your life. You may have noticed that some conversations no longer interest you the way they used to. Some places may no longer feel as comfortable as they once did. This is not because something is wrong with you. It is because you are evolving. Growth often creates a sense of separation before it creates a sense of dependent on external reassurance to feel certain about your choices. But now you are being guided to develop your own sense of certainty. This does not mean you will never seek advice or support. It means you will not lose yourself in the process. There is strength in knowing who you are and standing by it even when it is not easy. That strength is growing within you now. It is not loud or forceful. It is steady, calm, and grounded. It allows you to move through life with a sense of confidence that does not depend on external approval. As you continue through this phase, you may notice that your perspective begins to change. Things that once seemed important may no longer hold the same weight. You may begin to see situations more clearly without the emotional confusion that once surrounded them. This clarity is a sign that you are a ligni.